Father of mine, tell me where have you been? You know I just closed my eyes, my whole world is up here.
Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning into an English podcast. I'm your host, Jacob English. Today's topic is going to be welfare. The reason being is because it had the most votes on my recent poll, which many of you participated in, and you gave good feedback, you gave good suggestions, and it made a difference in what the topic was for this podcast. Followed by atheism, which is also a great topic that I will definitely discuss in a future podcast. But for now, we're going to be talking about welfare. I guess I should start off by defining welfare for those of you who don't already know. Welfare is defined as an agency or organization which provides money or other necessities for somebody or a group of people in need. It is also the agency which helps out those set amount of people. Okay, so that's a great idea. Praise whoever set up the welfare system in the United States of America and other countries around the world, because helping other people is, who would have guessed that could be a bad thing? But unfortunately, in this country, many people take advantage of those situations. There are people out there that will continuously have kids, one right after the other, not because they want to have more children, but because they want more food stamps.
Sell kids for food.
To bring people into this world just so you could benefit yourself. If you can't support your family, why do you keep adding on new members of the family, just for a couple $100 extra for your food? I don't think that's right. People that abuse the food stamp program, it's everywhere. It's common in this day in society. People that abuse the housing rules. I don't know how many of you watched the movie $1 Million Baby with Morgan Freeman and Clint Eastwood and Hilary Swank. Hilary Swank being the boxer. What I want to talk about is the mother of that boxer. She was abusing her welfare, and almost to a sick degree that was disgusting. And anybody who has seen $1 Million Baby will know what I'm talking about. And those are the people I'm talking about. They are absolutely pathetic. They're scum. There's nothing worse than when somebody, gives a lame excuse to not get off their ass and get a job like everybody else has to just sit in front of the TV with a big bag of potato chips. That reminds me, if you've seen the movie Precious, that mother is exactly what I'm talking about. Just telling her daughter she's not going to get nowhere in life to go sign up for the welfare as she sits on her ass and eats potato chips. There was nothing wrong with that woman. Well, actually, I take that back. There was a hell of a lot wrong with that woman. But she wasn't physically handicapped. She could have got off her ass and got a job. But no, she took the easy way out. Okay? And yeah, I don't live in the Bronx, New York, or wherever that movie takes place. But I know that if you try hard enough, you can succeed. It doesn't matter what part of the world you grow up in. But basically, those people who abuse their food stamps, who abuse the free community housing and all the programs, and they keep popping up, kids after kids after kids, to draw in more money from the government, which us as taxpayers have to, most of the time, we're the ones paying for those people to live, okay? The hard workers, the ones that actually have jobs. And I just want to make it clear right now, for time's sake, that I am by no means am I calling out or talking about any of the people who have every right to be on welfare, guys. Because granted, a lot of people are physically and mentally handicapped, disabled, injured. There are many factors why someone should sign up for welfare, okay? Because they can't work, especially physical type of labor. So those people have every right to sign up for the welfare program, okay? Whether it be food stamps or free reduced lunch or houses, it doesn't matter, okay? Those people have every right because they have a legitimate reason and excuse of why they can't do the job, okay? But the people I have a problem with are the ones that miraculously get on it in the first place, which we have too many people on benefiting out of our government as it is. And people wonder why the national debt is so high. It's not just because of the war, guys. It's because so many people are just, are constantly being accepted by Social Security or this and that, and they're getting all these benefits. And we have to pay for it, guys. And the generations that come after us are going to be paying even more for it. Retirement rates are going up. It's just getting to the point where soon our kids aren't going to be able to have the Social Security program even available for them, because that's depleting. Because there are so many people taking advantage of it, and they're just going completely bankrupt. And a lot of these people are the ones that I'm talking about, the ones that could get off their ass and go get a job. But they're just too lazy in front of that computer screen or in front of that television, watching TV, going to the store once a week, loading up their carts with food bought with food stamps, and just, and I work at Wise's, and it really pisses me off too, in a way, when people are getting like hoagies and pre-made delis, basically treats with their food stamps. I could have sworn food stamps were for necessities, kind of like the WIC program. You're supposed to make them last, like buy bread, buy butter, milk, things like that. But people just blow it on the salad bar and hoagies and stuff like that. They weren't intended for things like that, guys. I mean, it's very sad. But for time's sake, I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want to make a video that's more than 10 minutes long, because I don't want to put you guys to sleep. A lot of this was my personal opinions on the welfare system. If you have anything to say, if you disagree with me, let me know. If you agree with me, let me know. All feedback is welcome. I look forward to hearing what you guys think about the welfare system today. And do you think that it's right that so many people are on it? Do you think they should be more strict on who they accept? Maybe do some background searches and stuff like that, more, to a more strict degree? Or do you think everything's fine the way it is, guys? Everything counts, because this isn't my voice. This is everyone's voice. This is our voice. This is the community speaking up for what we believe in. Okay, and that's just my opinion on the topic in general. But I just want to thank everybody for their support, for liking my page at An English Podcast. Thank you for voting, for all your participation. It really means a lot, and it's good that you guys are speaking up for what you believe in with me. Together we are one, and it takes, yes, one man can have a great idea, but it takes many, many people to apply that idea to the world and change the community for the better, But again, thank you for listening. Please leave all feedback below or wherever you can, and I will I'll work with you guys, and we can discuss it. We can talk about it. Basically, how do you feel about the welfare system today? Leave all your responses, and again, thank you for listening to An English Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob English, and until next time.